Hey you guys, what is up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new, my name is Fern. Hello and welcome. Y'all, it has been a very long time since I wanted to do this sit down video and I haven't had the time because of Hannah Banana, but thank goodness today Hannah left with my husband to go pick up my daughter from her boarding school. So yay, I have some free time and the house is quiet. Oh my goodness, how rare is this? Anyway, I just wanted to sit down with you guys to talk about some of my weight loss mistakes. I'm sure many of y'all are on a weight loss journey and I just wanted to share with you guys some of the mistakes I've made throughout the years because I've been on this weight loss journey for a very long time. I started my weight loss journey way back in like the end of 2012, beginning of 2013. So y'all, I've been doing this for a very long time and I've made many mistakes, and I just wanted to share my mistakes with you guys so you guys don't have to go through the same things that I went through. Anyway, let me just share some of my mistakes with y'all and hope that it can help you guys out on your own journey. Let's get started. Y'all, I have a notebook with me because my memory is so horrible nowadays and this helps me to stay on track. Weight loss mistake number one that I made was to cut down my calories way low. I cut my calories all the way down to 1,200 calories. First of all, I am only 5 foot tall, you guys. I thought that was enough for my body, and I thought that the lower my calorie was, the faster I would lose weight. I knew that in order to lose 1 pound of body fat, you have to burn 3,500 calories. And I thought, well, if my body needed, for example, 2,000 calories per day just at maintenance, well, if I cut my calories all the way down to 1,200, that means that I'm in an 800 calorie deficit. So within a week, I'd be losing more than a pound of body weight, right? So the more you cut, the better it is. No. It's not better. But anyway, we'll get to that afterwards. But that was basically my number one mistake, was just cutting my calories way too low and thinking that the lower it got, the faster or quicker the results I'd get. It led me to so many issues and it was not worth it at all whatsoever. Mistake number two was overtraining. And I've made this mistake for a very long time, just until like recently, y'all. I'm a type of person, when I do something, I give it my 100%. I'm all in or all out. That's just like my type of personality. And I've learned within these years that that is not how it should be. And it's not the healthiest way to do things. And when you overtrain, your body gets really tired. It's loaded with stress and you can very easily injure yourself. It's not sustainable, it's not healthy, and after a while you just burn out. And that's what happened to me for quite some time, because when I get into like that focus mode, I would just train 6 days a week, 2-3 hours per day sometimes. Yeah, like crazy, girl, I know. And after like 6 months, 7 months or something, I'd get burned out and then I'd stop training little by little, and then I just like let go for a couple of months and not train at all whatsoever. And then I come back feeling like shit and I just had to start all over again. And I did that several times because apparently I have a difficult time learning from my errors, and it takes me a while to learn from my errors. And my weight loss mistake number three is cutting out food groups. I've tried everything, diet-wise, food-wise. I have been there, done that, except being a vegan. That's not for me because I love meat way too much. I'm a carnivore. So one of my biggest mistakes was cutting out food groups. And that led me to binging and just having a really bad relationship with food. I've always had issues with my weight, by the way, you guys. I always felt like I was too big, I was too fat, too chubby. I've always been teased at in school for my weight, and also growing up as an Asian person, like my family would be like, oh my god, you're so chubby, da 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 da. And like that was what I constantly heard from everybody around me. So I started dieting at a very young age. And when I was around, I believe I was like 9 or 10 years old, I started this diet with my grandma called the Atkins diet, which is like a low carb diet. And I got some results from it, but it was very short lasting results. But I just remembered the results, and when I started my weight loss journey back in 2012, I just remembered like low carb is the way to go. And I was just like really fixated on that, and I thought that was like the answer for weight loss. And at the beginning of my weight loss journey, I cut out carbs basically for a long time. I would do paleo diet, the carnivore diet, the Atkins diet, what else is there? The ketogenic diet, I've tried that as well. I've done everything that has to do with low carbs basically, because I thought like in my mind carbs was like the enemy, okay? Like carbs made me fat somehow. That's what I thought for a very, very long time. Like technically you don't need carbs to live, to survive, to thrive, but it helps with my mental health, I guess, in a way. Like y'all, this is my personal journey, okay? Everybody is free to do whatever you want, or if you guys are on a keto diet, I'm not saying that what you're doing is wrong or whatever, but that was not for me at all. And I went through this horrible relationship with food because of restricting myself from certain food groups, you know? Like I didn't allow myself to have rice, chips, or bread, or pasta, or anything like that for months, and sometimes even like a year at a time. And it was just really hard and very draining for my mental health. And for me personally, I believe that that is one of my biggest weight loss mistakes, because I forced myself to do something that wasn't very natural, and it was very depriving in a way, and I went down a very bad road with that choice. And yeah, that is something that I do not want you guys to do. But if you guys want to try keto or paleo or whatever type of diet, or become a vegan even, girl, you do you. But this is just a warning that when you deprive yourself from whatever, you can control yourself for a while, but then afterwards, that's how I felt for quite some time. And it was just really hard for me to control, because I felt like there was something wrong with me. Like, why couldn't I stick to that diet? Like, what is wrong with me? Actually, now looking back at it, there was nothing wrong with me. I was just forcing myself to do something that wasn't natural. The next weight loss mistake is not prioritizing my sleep. I didn't prioritize my sleep because I just didn't think that sleep was like that important. Like I knew that sleep was important, but like I didn't know it was like that important to my weight loss journey. If you guys don't get enough sleep, your hunger cues can be all messed up, and you might crave things even more than you would if you slept enough. I try my very darn best to get at least 8 hours of sleep for a while now. I just feel the difference in my body when I'm like really well rested and when I'm not. When I'm not like well rested, I just crave really bad foods. Like, and I have like crazy cravings where sometimes I can't control. It's just like an outer body feeling, sort of. It's just really weird. And I feel more stressed as well when I don't sleep well. I'm just a really grumpy human being when I don't get enough sleep. I'm sure that has to do with like my cortisol level and everything, like because my body didn't get enough time to heal itself and re-energize and all that good stuff. So y'all, get enough sleep. It is so important for your weight loss journey, but mostly for your overall health. The other weight loss mistake is that I became really obsessed about the number on the scale. Oh y'all, at the beginning of my like weight loss journey, or a little bit into the weight loss journey, I started becoming really obsessive about like how much I weighed, because I just put so much energy into my workout, into controlling my food, into basically just working out and controlling my food. That was just like a lot for me. Every morning I would get on the scale and weigh myself and see like how I progressed, I didn't know that my body weight fluctuates all the time. No matter what I did, it's just my body fluctuating, you know, it's just my hormones and stuff like that. But if I got on that scale and I saw a weight gain, I would be so bummed for that whole entire day, and I would restrict myself even more and do like even crazier things. And on the days where I saw like a weight loss, I would be happy, and basically the scale was the judge of how I would feel that day. How sad is that? Taking a step back, I know like there was an issue back then, but when I was in that state of mind, I didn't see that problem, or I didn't see that I had a problem. I was just so focused in losing weight. Like that was like my #1 goal. I didn't care if I had more muscle mass or fat or whatever. I think in the back of my mind I did care, but the weight was just like more important than anything else to me. In hindsight, I feel like that is probably the #1 mistake, but then again, like all these mistakes, I feel like they are so important because it cost me so much time and so much energy and so much of me basically. Because it took so much time to correct everything, and even now I'm still working on myself to correct those issues because it just caused a lot of mental issues. Nobody should feel like that. Nobody should feel like you're not enough because you gained weight. Your worth is so much more than what the scale says. I just want you guys to remember that, okay? And I am a person who is very impatient. That is also another mistake of mine. I didn't trust the process, basically. I tried to take shortcuts, like cutting calories. I felt like the more calories I would cut, the faster my results would be, and the faster I would feel good about myself. I just did things to the extreme to get quick results. I have taken diet pills, I've done diet treatments. I have done basically everything you could probably imagine for weight loss, and most of the things that I did before was just because I was impatient. I wanted that quick result. I thought that you can lose 20 pounds in a month, you know, and that would be okay. Like, I didn't care about the consequences the thing that I was doing did to my health. I just cared about the number on the scale, and that was like the most important thing to me. I thought like, well, if I weighed this certain weight, I would feel good about myself. But then when I reached that weight, I realized that I still feel basically the same way. Even though like I was happy at the moment because I reached my goal weight, but there was something that didn't change, you know? Like that was probably like my light bulb moment to where like, so why am I doing this? Why am I trying to do this quickly? This is my life. Why am I giving this journey such a short period of time? Why am I stressing myself out to do this in such a short period of time? Like, what is the point? Why did I rush things? There is no point in being impatient. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You shouldn't do things just because you want to weigh a certain weight at a certain time, because what about the rest of your life? I was really impatient about seeing the results. I was really impatient about seeing that goal weight. I thought that the faster I reached that goal, the faster I'd be happy and feel fulfilled about my life. But when I did reach that goal, it wasn't all of that. It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. The next weight loss mistake I did was just the lack of knowledge, you guys. At the beginning of my weight loss journey, I didn't have much knowledge about much, you know. I just knew that, okay, in order to lose a pound of fat, you need to burn 3,500 calories. I thought that keto was like the miracle magic diet that could help me lose weight quickly. I didn't know what was the best workout for me. I thought that running was the #1 answer to losing weight, because I saw girls who were on the track team when I was in high school like be really skinny, and I thought like, okay, because they ran and they're skinny, but obviously, well, running is the solution to everything. And when I started my weight loss journey, you guys, I was such a cardio bunny, like it's crazy. Well, at first I couldn't really run because I was way too heavy to run. I was able to run for only like 300 meters until I started huffing and puffing and nearly fell down and like pass out. Sooner or later I started walking faster, and then I started running, and then once I started running, oh my god girl, nobody stopped me. That was like my #1 thing. I just started running so much. I had no knowledge about weightlifting or resistance training back then because I wasn't introduced to anybody who was like in that field. The only person that I knew who lifted weights was my uncle Randy. He was like really into weights, but I was like way too young to even be interested in that. So I've always played sports and everything, and I've always had issues with, you know, with my weight. So I thought, yeah, running, cardio was definitely the way to go. As the years gone by, I just gained a lot more knowledge, and knowledge is extremely important in order to succeed towards your goal. And the more you learn, the more your goal will change most likely, because oh my goodness, from the beginning of my weight loss journey until now, the perspective of how I see things are so different. Knowledge is power, and if you guys don't have the knowledge to get started on your weight loss journey in a healthy way, please reach out to somebody. I am a personal trainer, so if you guys need help with your weight loss journey, I am more than happy to help you guys. As an ex-obese person, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I do customized plans and everything like that. So if you guys need help, please reach out to me. I will have my email linked down in the description box below. The other mistake was comparing myself to others. Oh my goodness, this is a big one, and I think many of us make this mistake because as human beings, I think it's normal for us to compare. It's a natural thing because that's how we've always been, you know. But is it healthy? No, not really. Do I still compare myself to others? Yeah, sometimes, but I try not to because I know better now. Like, I know that nobody has gone through the journey like I have. Like, everybody is different, you know, like we've grown up differently, we have different body types, we're in a different age group. There are many factors that makes you special, okay? So you can't compare yourself to others and be like, oh my goodness, but I'm doing the same thing as her, but why am I not getting the same results as her, you know? Well, maybe because you guys don't have the same genes, maybe because you guys are two different people. So what is the point in comparing yourself to somebody else, you know? Like, you can be inspired by somebody, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be exactly like that person, because you are unique and beautiful the way you are. You don't need to be like somebody else. Somebody might lose 20 pounds within 6 months. Somebody might lose 20 pounds within a year. Like, it doesn't matter. Your journey is yours. Like, it might take longer for some people to learn how to ride a bike than others, and that is not their fault, you know. It's just how we are. We are different, and your body is different. Your body might burn more calories than somebody else's, or it might burn less calories than somebody else's. You might have issues with your hormones and vice versa, you know. So please stop comparing yourself to others, because you are beautiful, magnificent, just the way you are. And the other mistake that I've made was just making too many changes at once. I know sometimes when you're excited about your weight loss journey, about your weight loss goal, you're like, oh, I'm gonna cut out this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna cut out sugar, I'm only gonna eat clean, I'm only gonna eat, you know, whole foods, I'm not gonna eat any junk food, I'm gonna run for 2 hours a day, I'm gonna lift for an hour a day. You know, it's just like, sometimes it's too much. If you aren't active and if you're not like into prioritizing what you eat, you can't change that like that. It takes time to change your habit. It really does. Like, and people think that you need to be perfect like right away, but you don't, because this is a journey. I feel like the people who've been really successful in their weight loss journey, they change their habits little by little. They don't just like one day be like, I'm gonna change everything that I'm gonna do in my life. Like, it's not sustainable, first of all. I think you're just gonna set yourself up for failure if you have that like mentality. I would recommend you guys to just change things little by little. Like, if you guys love sodas or pops or whatever, try to eliminate that, because that is a lot of added calories that you can easily eliminate and you might not even feel the difference. It's basically empty calories that doesn't do your body any good. Yeah, just try to like do things little by little. I think it's the best way to do it. For example, perhaps start by walking twice per week. Little by little, just increasing your walks. Perhaps 3 times per week, perhaps 4 times per week. Perhaps start running a little bit with your walk, so you can really work on your cardio health. If you want to lift weights, perhaps try lifting weights 2 times a week, and little by little just start adding on more lifting sessions. I think it's really important to take baby steps towards whatever journey you're on. I feel like it's easier to manage that way, because if you want to do like everything at once, it's just like way too many changes for your body and for you to handle, and I feel like many times it's just set up for failure. And last but not least, I think my biggest weight loss mistake was to not prioritize my health. Like I said at the very beginning, all I thought about was my weight, and I thought that when I hit a certain number on the scale, like that was gonna be like my hallelujah, but it wasn't. And once I changed that thinking, everything just changed. And everything just got so much easier. Like, I swear, once I prioritized what I do for my health, everything just became more clear. And I just became more passionate about living this healthy lifestyle. It doesn't mean that I have to be perfect. It just means that I have to be more in tune with myself and more mindful, and just try my best to take care of me. Health doesn't mean just what you look like. Your health is here, your mental health, your physical health, your cardio health, your joint health, your mobility. Health is just like an all-around thing. Sorry guys, my camera, I don't know what happened, but it stopped filming for a little bit. But yeah, definitely prioritize your health, because you only have one body. There's only one of you. If you don't prioritize your health, well, you're gonna be in big trouble one day. Weighing a certain weight is not very important to y'all. Your weight is just your weight. You should not prioritize your weight loss journey on this physical image or goal that you might have, because some people look great, but they might not be very healthy. You can't really know if somebody's healthy just by looking at them. Like, truly, they might have mental issues. Well, you might look beautiful, but you have mental issues. Is that healthy? Health should be your #1 priority, because there is nothing else more important in this life than your health. If you're born healthy, 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, you can breathe, you can run, you can do many things, you should consider yourself to be very lucky. And in order to maintain that health, I'm sure you guys know what to do, but you guys just don't want to do it. You guys are just trying to find like an easy way out or a shortcut to what you want to achieve, but really there is no shortcut, because the best way to do things is just to take the long route and really work towards yourself. Health is #1. Without your health, no matter how much money you have or no matter what you got going on, you're not gonna be a happy camper. So please prioritize your health. When you prioritize your health, your journey is gonna be so much easier. Try to focus on different goals other than your weight. Weight is just a measurement. It's just a tool to guide you, and that's it. Anyway, you guys, that is all for today's video. I hope it helped you guys out. My goal is to help y'all out, because I don't want you guys to go through the same mistakes that I've been through. But if you guys like this video, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up, because it really does help support my channel. And if you guys are new, please consider subscribing to our little family, and I hope to see you guys soon. Mwah!